Hello and welcome to this gentle full body flow to feel really good in your body. The first thing I want you to grab is a towel or a blanket. Go ahead and fold it up. And you can place it to the side of your mat and then also grab a small pillow. You can grab a cushion or a yoga block or a bolster, whatever you have handy. And let's meet on the mat, just sitting on your heels, or in this case, you can sit on a pillow. I'm actually going to add a little bit more support by sitting on the pillow, and then I'm also going to sit on the towel that I have folded up. Feel free to do whatever is clever for your own body. And then we're just going to be slowly shifting from side to side, feeling into the hips. And as you're swaying, bring the neck into it as you're going side to side, getting a full side body stretch. Big inhale as you sweep the arms above the head, swiftly grabbing the right elbow with the left hand, tucking the tail. Don't have too much of an arch in the back, just feeling this really beautiful stretch in that right arm. Breathing here. Last big breath in. Exhale. Switch to the opposite side. So we're grabbing the left elbow with our right hand. And big breath in. And release. Moving your props out of the way. And I like padding on my knees, so I'm gonna take that blanket, that folded up towel, and put it under my knees, finding a tabletop position, finding some gentle cat-cow movements. So exhale around the back, push into the floor. Inhale, heart drops, back arches, look up. Exhale, push into the floor. Inhale, lower the heart down, open the chest. Exhale, push back, sit on your heels, adjusting your pinky toes so that they're not just crushed. They are an active part of your foot. They're an active part of the engagement. And go ahead and flip your wrists. You can play with what feels best if it's like me or fully flipped over. Finding a gentle sway from side to side for a moment. Grabbing that blanket underneath you and putting it on top of your calves, readjusting as need be, finding your way to a child's pose, forehead resting on the mat, just taking a minute to connect with your body and your breath. Next exhale, taking both hands to the left side of the mat, feeling the stretch in your right side body. On your next exhale, moving to the other side gently and slowly, feeling that stretch now in your left side body. On your next inhale, rise up, round the upper spine. Exhale, push the floor away in that cat. Inhale, rock back onto the heels. And then just find this rocking motion, kind of like a moving child's pose. And the next next time that you come forward, go ahead and exhale. Take that left foot to the outside of your left hand, sinking down low into the hips. And if you're finding that stretch to be too intense in the right leg, go ahead and grab that pillow and then just put it right under the thigh, a little bit above the knee, and see if that'll give you any relief. Readjusting as necessary. Maybe even finding some rocking of the hips from side to side, and again, playing with your placement of your wrists here. Invitation to close the eyes and be fully present with the sensations in your body. So inhale and send the hips back, coming into a runner's lunge. Generous bend in the front leg. Depending on flexibility, maybe even grabbing blocks if you have any available at home. And we'll be oscillating back and forth here. Grounding that front foot, standing up into warrior one, with the back heel off the ground, arms above the head, but keep your shoulders away from the ears. Inhale, lift the heart for a slight back bend. And then exhale, opening to warrior two, pivot the back foot down. Sink into that front knee as you bring the left arm on top of the left knee. Right arm goes overhead, an extended side angle. Breathe into this expansion that's in your right ribs and side body. Exhale, swivel the right hand beside your left foot as the left hand goes overhead. Option to bring the knee down, maybe even reach for that back foot. And we're going to bring some mobility into the shoulder girdle, opening the arm to the front. Reaching all the way to that top right corner of the mat. And exhale, open back to the back. Inhale, come forward. And just keep going at the pace of your own breath for a minute here. On your next circle to the front, grounding into your hands, push into the earth and send your hips back. Coming back into this runner's lunge, except this time we're going to send our booty all the way back to sitting on that heel, feeling an opening in the bottom of our feet and also our hamstring. Sitting here for a moment. And as you're ready, finding your way into hands and knees, just exploring your flexibility here. You can do some cat and cows, pushing into the earth and exhaling, sending the hips back. Exhale, come forward, rounding through the upper spine, just oscillating back and forth between these two. And the next time you come forward, go ahead and plant your right foot at the top of your mat on the outside of your two hands. Again, sinking the hips here and maybe finding support if you need it under the knee. Gently swaying from side to side, opening up our hip joint here. And as you're ready, pushing the hips back, coming into that oscillating runner's lunge again. So just back and forth, hips go back, and then hips will sink and go forward. Keep it going, guys. We've officially hit the 10-minute mark of this flow. That means you've shown up for 10 consecutive minutes for yourself. That's a huge win. Let's keep it going. Grounding into that front foot, rising up to find warrior one. Again, heel could be up if you'd like. Inhaling, stretching up. Exhale, lean back, heart open, slight back bend. Finding your balance. It's totally okay to fall. Perfect is not real. And opening to warrior two. So hips are open, facing the long edge of your mat, sinking into that front leg. And exhale, elbow comes down to the front leg. Left arm extends overhead as you feel this deep stretch within your entire side body. Taking the left arm down to the inside of your front foot. Knee comes down. Right arm extends up to the sky. Doing those opening with your shoulder movements. So coming to the forward of the mat. Opening to the back. Really just exploring your range of motion here. Going at your own pace for a minute. The next time your hands finds the front of the mat, pushing your hips back, finding a seat on your heel, you might reach back and bring that pinky toe out so it's grounded to the floor. Sinking down, feeling this maybe discomfort in your hamstrings and your toes, staying in that discomfort. Allowing this asana to remind us that change happens outside of our comfort zone. Finding a seat on your heels, we're going to move into some shoulder openers here. Moving your props out of the way, and you could either put that towel to the side or placing it under the booty. Go ahead and lift the arms up above the head. Exhale, clasping your hands into fists behind your back. Feeling that expansion in your heart. In your next exhale, bring your fists to the left hip, feeling the stretch in the right side of your neck. Option to drop the left ear to the left shoulder. Maybe even just exploring some neck movements here. Very slowly, very gently, bringing your full presence to the sensation. Exhale, shake it out before clasping the hands behind our back again. This time we'll take the fist to the right side. Option to drop the right ear to the right shoulder, stretching out that left side. And again, just exploring, feeling these sensations, being really present with them. And also observing maybe some emotions that are coming up for you that have maybe been stuck in this area. Exhale, release, shake it out, making our way all the way to our bellies, hands planted right at the shoulder height. Invitation to rock your hips from side to side, massaging the belly and the spine, planting those fingertips, pushing into the floor, rising your chest up. Exhale, bring the forehead to rest on the mat. Inhale, rise up, going at the pace of your own breath here. On your next exhale, instead of bringing your forehead to the mat, extend the left arm and roll onto your left side. The top arm can act like a kickstand here, or you can bind it behind your back to deepen the sensation. We tend to hold a lot of tension in the shoulders. This pose is very intense, and intense poses can often try to release these emotions that are stuck. So observe and allow these emotions to surface. Taking one last deep breath here before rolling onto your belly, making any readjustments before moving on to the other side. Noticing that this side's probably going to be different, and that's fine. Just allowing it to be a reminder that perfect isn't real. If having your top leg behind your bottom leg is too much, you can just bend your knees, have them side to side on the mat. Taking one last full inhale before exhaling and making your way to your back. I'm gonna hug the knees into the body. You can grab your feet if that feels comfortable. Just rocking side to side here, but not fast, going super slow, really tuning into the contact that your back is making with your mat. Invitation to straighten one leg while keeping the other bent. Starting to rock back and forth, finding a boat variation when you land on your booty, using those abs to stabilize you. Keep on rolling as long as you're not having any pain. Just playing for a second before we move into our Shavasana. On your last roll up, just holding your boat pose for a second, really feeling the strength of your core. Slowly making your way into a Shavasana, grabbing your pillow and towel, placing them under your hamstrings so your legs feel almost like they're floating. Giving yourself full permission to let go, allowing yourself to be fully present in the moment here, relishing in how good your body feels after our last 20 minutes together. Every exhale sinking deeper, melting deeper into the mat, feeling the support under your body, feeling this sensation that you're being held. With every exhale, intentionally releasing the idea of perfect, releasing the weight of the pressure that you put on yourself or the weight of others' expectations. Not attaching to anything that comes up or letting your mind run with stories. Returning home to your breath when you find your mind wandering. Taking your deepest breath of the day, and on your next inhale, bring the knees into your chest, giving yourself a big hug, maybe rocking from side to side. Rocking up to a comfortable seat. Take a big inhale, finding length in the spine, and as you exhale, twist to the right. That right hand can come to the left knee. Maybe extending thanks to your body for bringing you through today's flow before exhaling and switching to the other side. On your next exhale, coming back to neutral, hands coming together at the heart, then taking them up to your third eye, fingers reaching out as if they're an antenna, sending this signal of gratitude out before bowing down in gratitude for this practice, for our body, our sight, running water, just the simplest things. Namaste. If you like practicing with me and love these free yoga videos, I'd love if you hit that sub bar, maybe throw this video a like. It makes a huge difference for me and I really appreciate it. It also allows me to keep creating quality videos for y'all. If you want to get to know me more, check out my Instagram. I talk about mental health, relationships, and I share what I'm working through in my own healing practice. My old Instagram also got deleted, so it would mean the world to me if you could throw me a follow on there and help me rebuild. My website is rainbowreach.com with 2 W's if you want to check out my rainbow deck or my healing courses. Thanks again for being here, guys, and remember to see the light and be the light. And lastly, I gotta thank my brother for this amazing drone footage. He is on Instagram. I linked that in the description box below.